The French Revolution by Otto Loftus-Marsick. There are many people and groups that are accused for corruption of France during the French Revolutionary War. The King, Louis XVI, tries to be its remedy because he thinks it is the people. The people are being pummeled with taxes from the King. The nobles, on the other hand, are against the people, and a small amount against the ruler. Even other countries are accused by the King, which will result in multiple wars. So who started this major mistake? Who is the culprit? The King is the root of the problem in corruption for economic, political, and social reasons. Image 1 represents King Louis XVI. Image 2, Parisians in their latest 18th century fashion. Louis XVI of France, 1754 through 1793, ruled 1774 through 1792. He is the King of France during the French Revolutionary War. Louis Auguste, Duke of Berry, was the second surviving son of the heir to the throne, Louis Ferdinand, and his second wife, Marie-Thérèse Antoinette Raphael, daughter of Augustus III, Elector of Saxony and King of Poland. Louis's elder brother, the Duke of Bourgogne, died in 1761. So when their father died in 1765, he became eldest male heir to the grandfather, Louis XV. Once thought a dull child, recent research has shown that he was a well-taught, reflective, and intelligent student, particularly interested in the sciences, mathematics, physics, geography, and history. He was then executed during the end of the Revolution by the guillotine. First image represents King Louis XVI giving a speech. Second, King Louis posing for a painting. A watershed event in modern European history, the French Revolution began in 1789, ended in the late 1790s, finished off by the one and only Napoleon Bonaparte. During this period, French citizens raised and redesigned their country's political landscape, uprooting century-old institutions such as the absolute monarchies and the feudal systems. Like the American Revolution before it, the French Revolution was influenced by the Enlightenment ideas, particularly the concepts of popular sovereignty, inalienable rights, and philosophical rights. Although it failed to achieve all of its goals and at times degenerated into a chaotic bloodbath, the movement played a critical role in shaping modern nations by showing the world the inherent power in the will of the people. Having Louis XVI as their king was a problem for the people because even though he at least tried to lower taxes for an easier life, the nobles were frustrated and the taxes only increased. Image 1. The statue of atheism is being destroyed and replaced by that of the wisdom at the French Revolution Festival by the Supreme Being of the 8th of July 1794. Image 2. French women also played prominent roles in the French Revolution. In this illustration, Parisian women are showing marching in Versailles in 1789. So what happened during the Revolution? All the king's doings and needs made his rule corrupt and crashed politically. By experiencing an economic crisis caused by the 7 Years' War and the American Revolutionary War, the common people of France became increasingly frustrated by the ineptitude of King Louis XVI, and then continued the decadence in the aristocracy. This resentment, coupled with Bourgonian Enlightenment ideas, fueled radical sentiments and launched the Revolution in 1789, with the convocation of the Estates General in May. The first year of the Revolution saw members of the Third Estates proclaiming the Tennis Court Oath in June, the assertion of the sovereignty of the people over that of the king, a fundamental idea by the philosopher of Rousseau. An assault on the Bastille in July, the passage of the Declaration of the Rights of Man and the Citizen in August, and an epic march on Versailles that forced the royal court back into Paris that October. The next few years were dominated by struggles between various liberal assemblies and right-wing supporters of the monarchy intent on thwarting major reforms. The Republic was proclaimed in 1792, and King Louis XVI was beheaded by the guillotine the next year. Famous writers against the king, such as Voltaire in the National Assembly, wrote the Declaration of Rights of Man and the Citizen in August 1789, to proclaim articles of the French to follow. It was a strongly structured declaration, so powerful that the king couldn't come back with a backfire. Image 1. Liberty leading the people, the 28th of July, 1830. Eugene Delacroix's renowned painting celebrates the Republican spirit that was inspired in the July Revolution. The personification of liberty, wearing the red cape adopted by opponents of the monarchy during the French Revolution, leads figures to various levels of society as they overrun soldiers, symbolizing monarchical power. Image 2. The painting, The Declaration of the Rights of Man and the Citizen, by Jean-Jacques François de Barbier. It depicts the document of the same name, a manifesto of the early stages of the French Revolution, in the form of 2 tablets watched over the heavenly beings. Image 1. The storming of the Bastille during the French Revolution, engraving after the painting by François Flamenat, 1879 through 1881. The French Revolution is widely hailed as the epitome of revolutions, the revolution against which all others are measured. Afterwards, the concept of revolution became the one and only triumph of the human being against an unjust society. Image 2. An illustration showing the French Revolution of 1848. Armed men stand on the improvised barricade in the city street. Officials stand on the ground before them. Everyone was afraid of revolution, and what France might do without a ruler. In the Declaration of Pillnitz in 1791, created an Austrian-Prussian alliance to try to preserve the French monarchy. As well, during the Terror, every major power fought France, either in the Netherlands, Italy, Rhineland, or Spain. The Revolution Army never slept. The mass Levi created soldiers for a home front rebellions, and the professional soldiers kept France alive. So since the people of France did not agree with Louis XVI, his rule shut down when the people started to gang up on him and revolt against his ruler. Louis XVI, who had the title as the King of France, saw that as the ruler, he had tried to fix the people's problems. He did not do such a task and ended up with a corrupt state. As its name suggests, the French Revolution was a base of modern revolution and industry. The ideas used by the Enlightenment transformed the world to spread knowledge of a wide variety of levels. So he then had a counterattacking idea to work with the Assembly to make a document to go against the People's Declaration. But they then decided he was to be sentenced to death by the guillotine. After the French Revolution, many people who were for the king, like Marie Antoinette, his wife, and followers, are executed as a punishment. This was known as the Reign of Terror, a period where no Frenchmen or women were safe. The people executed most of the nobles, some of the clergy, and the royal class with its family. Hundreds were sentenced to death. The guillotine is one of history's most bloody icons. Although designed with the best of intentions, this hugely recognizable machine soon became associated with events that have overshadowed both its heritage and its development. The French Revolution. Joseph Ignace Guillotin, the creator of the deadly machine, was well off with the invention because of its reward. He was then executed like the others by the guillotine. This is the concluding event that led to the French people's glorious victory. This French Revolution production is brought to you by Toftsy, Wikispaces.com, the ICGaleGroup.com, www.cliomusings.com, and the EdTech2, boystate.edu.